Welcome back to Open Source. I'm here with Gary Henderson. You had referenced the Trump inauguration, and then I was like, you know what, we should talk about Trump. How do you think the Trump administration will impact the crypto space?
Well, I think it's going to be huge. Trump's come out and said that America will be the capital of AI and the capital of crypto. And he's introduced a strategic reserve, basically, or a digital asset surplus, which says we're going to study digital assets, whether that be Bitcoin or Solana or Ethereum or whatever it is. And we're going to start to build a surplus in the United States. There's also been a lot of talk lately. One of Trump's family members said there'll be zero capital gains taxes on American made crypto. So American made cryptos are tokens like Solana, XRP. Ethereum is not American made. Bitcoin is not American made. So if we're looking at that and there's 0% capital gains on Solana and XRP, you're going to see a lot of energy move into those tokens, and we could lose Bitcoin dominance. And we
Right.
could go into a broader marketplace where we don't have to pay taxes.
Because he's incentivizing all the American,
Exactly.
cryptocurrencies. I mean, look, it's brilliant. I mean, this is exactly, I think, the conversations that should be had. And again, we can debate, the merits of this or that, but now it seems like there's a sophistication to understanding crypto and how it moves and how it works.
Yeah, it definitely is. You've got to understand the base knowledge. But, like ChatGPT made it easy for a lot of us to do stuff, right? Like, I want to cook this recipe. Can you help me? And it just gives you the recipe. I'm trying to figure this out. Can you help me? And it just does that. It does the same thing with crypto. So you can talk to it in English. You can talk to your AI agents in English, and it will take the action for you. So you don't have to understand which wallet to sign and which confirmation, and you don't have to worry about getting rugs. So yeah, we've got to understand it, but we have to learn how to use it. Like, most people don't understand what happens when you swipe a credit card, right? So most people are not going to understand what happens when you sign a transaction on the blockchain. Our job is to abstract all that so they don't have to worry about it.
You referenced ChatGPT. So let's talk AI, right? Like AI is starting to impact crypto. This is what this whole episode is about, AI agents. But AI regulations, that means those are going to be a thing, right? Because obviously crypto regulations, those are being played out, but AI regulations are also happening in parallel. Are you worried that AI regulations or whatever happens there is going to impact crypto?
Yeah, I mean, they have to put regulations in place. You mentioned DeepSeek earlier, and it's a China LLM. It was trained for a fraction of the cost. I think it was like $10 million in training. OpenAI has like 4,000 employees. DeepSeek has 200. And you're giving your data to the Chinese government. It's stored on Chinese servers. It's in their disclosures. And today, they locked it down to where you have to have a Chinese phone number in order to use the app. So I think the United States, we're in a battle with TikTok about data and privacy and stuff like that. I think we're going to hit some of those battles with AI. You're going to have different countries that are going to develop models. They're not always going to have the right intentions in place. You're going to have data that's used in ways that we didn't necessarily want it to be used. We're going to have, our voice and our stuff twisted and turned and all this stuff. So I think regulation has to come into place to save us. I hope regulation doesn't stifle innovation. Like, I want us not to have to work anymore. I don't think we were put on earth to trade our time for dollars. I think we were put on earth to live our life and do what we wanted to do without having to worry about money. So for me, I want AI to replace our jobs so we can go live our life the way we were intended to.
It's interesting what you're talking about too, because I mean, enter the AI agent, right? I mean, if we figure out the AI agent conversation, if we figure out how crypto and AI can work together, it just seems like the table is set for this I don't know, like automated economy.
Yeah, I think we're going to build a whole new economy. I don't have a full grasp on where it's going to land yet, but I think we're going to build something new. The co-founder of LinkedIn says we won't have 9 to 5 jobs in 7 years. I just think the world's going to change, and we just happen to be alive during the evolution of it, which is kind of cool. And if you look back, like, I'm 43, and if you look back in the years, like, I was around when computers became mainstream and the internet became mainstream and cell phones became mainstream, and the next phase is this automation phase with this AI. Like, when I go out to date night, we ride in a Waymo that doesn't have a driver, and it takes us all over town and takes us to our dinner and stuff. And it's free. I don't have to pay for it. They gave me a free code, so I'm riding, instead of Uber, I'm riding in an automated car that's driving for me.
Look, we see this the same way, and we're friends in real life, so I know how tech forward you are, and we have these conversations. But I do think I really do see you as a bit of a pioneer in the crypto space because of all of this automation. It's right on trend. I've got Gary Henderson here on open source.